Hey everybody, welcome back to Dice and Delinquents and our playthrough of our campaign. And I don't know why I'm talking. I should just let Nikki do it. So Nikki, go ahead.
Hi guys. Welcome back to Seekers of Fate. I think we're on episode 3, which will get a name sometime in the midst of the shenanigans, knowing everybody. Um, uh, let's see. Oh yeah, who wants to do the recap?
Um,
I can't
well,
see
so
anybody, so you gotta say so.
okay. So we fought the toothy little creatures, monsters.
Mhm.
And as we won, it turned into this creepy tentacle thing and ran off. Um, and then we continued exploring underground, and trying to find the guy that had run off. We did find him. And we were like sneakily following him as he went to this weird cultist person
It
who
wasn't a cultist, it was just somebody as
okay.
placeholder. Right.
It says cultist.
I know it does.
Then you can't argue with us calling it a cultist.
Go ahead, Charlie, keep going.
This stranger led him and us, because we were following, to this creepy old woman who was carrying something in her arms, and the original guy that we were running after took whatever was in her arms and then headed out. And at this point, Liberty and Flipperty ran off like super speedy out the door.
Liberty
Yeah.
had places to go and people to see, man.
Yeah.
I needed to
While
report it.
me
Sorry.
and Hex continued to follow the guy, and followed him all the way to where he opened a portal and jumped in, and we jumped out in after him. So
Because that's what normal people do. Follow others into just portals.
why not?
I did not want to.
X was like, I had other plans, but this is, I guess, what the group plan was. Alright.
I was
So-
following the guy. Hex was just following me.
Yep.
Yeah. So I apologize if my camera starts moving. Currently my tripod is on my bed. Don't ask why. So things might get interesting visually. So we're gonna start with Flipperty, actually.
Okay.
Let me move everybody to the street map. So you have just exited out the catacomb entrance.
Yeah.
Assumedly. Where are you going first?
Well, my reason for my rapid egress was not cowardice. Thank you very much. It was
Uh-huh.
okay. Because this was some bullshit going on that, like, out of my pay grade. I need to report to the authorities. I got to let them know they got shit going on in their basement. So that was my whole thing. So I was, and everybody else fucking disappeared. These strangers I met, like, not even really met, like, probably less than an hour ago, disappeared. So, okay, I'm out. I'm fully, as a player, I realized they didn't disappear; they just hid. But my character,
Yes,
fucking,
but
they
like your
disappeared.
character's like, I'm by myself down here and this is bad.
Yeah, like all this weird shit happened. The people I came in
So-
here with are gone. I'm out. So yeah, I would just be heading straight to.
So are you attempting to find the city guard or the temple, or who are you talking to specifically?
I would go to the temple, let them know they got because from what I saw, I mean, yeah, there was nasty, weird shit down there, but it wasn't like criminals or anything. And it's in this temple's basement. So I mean, if there's like a city guard on the way, I'd say, hey, you might want to put a guard on the to the entrance to the catacombs because there's some weird shit down there. But yeah, I'm just heading to the who's ever in charge of the temple to like let them know, give them a heads up, like, do you got shit in your basement? So I guess it'd be yeah. If I happen to run into someone, that's what I do.
Travis, write that down for me.
What?
You got shit in your basement.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that okay?
That's a possibility. So meanwhile, while he's running to the temple, because there is doors into the temple from the back here. Let me pull you guys where you can see. Oh, there we go. Those who went through the hot pink red fire portal finds themselves inside of Salty Pete's spittoon. One of you has been here before. The other one did not enter this building previously. Notably, nobody takes note of the fact that you just showed up. But you're now sitting at a table with people meandering around. The guy who you were chasing is in a seat at the table with you, sort of across.
Does he currently have the bundle in his arms?
Oh, it's not in his arms. It wasn't in his arms. He was somewhere on his person,
Ah.
but
Yeah.
you don't see it.
Okay. So,
Notably,
it was
the little
in her arms.
creature that was with him, that was on his shoulder, is now not there as well.
Okay.
You were trying to say something, Peregrine. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
What was in her arms?
You're asking?
Yeah.
He glances at you, sort of through his bangs, because his bangs are covering his eyes, which you cannot see at the moment. He takes a sip of a drink that is sitting there. You both have some in front of you as well. Not quite the massive tankards that you pretended to partake in before, Peregrine, but they're nice glasses. And he says, "The end," which is what I asked for.
The end?
If you recall, while you both were following me, I
The
said,
end of the world?
not quite. Perhaps the end of his world. But not this one, hopefully.
His world. Are we... Whose world are we talking about?
Well, who is he? He is Legion. He is
Huh.
death warmed up. He is the chorus. He is a destroyer. He is an idea. He is a lot of things.
I see. Yes, many things.
Meanwhile, you guys hear a commotion a little bit outside. Apparently, someone, well, actually, you can hear from someone who's coming in, sort of peeking out towards the street, that somebody apparently said that there was some weird stuff going on in the catacombs. And they're sending a couple of guards down to check it.
Good thing we're
Specifically.
not in the catacombs.
That is a good thing.
Oh,
You're
Specifically, the
fucking
person who you're
stories.
sitting with doesn't. The person who you're sitting with doesn't respond to the commotion.
I have a question when there's a moment.
Of course not. No, don't want to respond to it. I will pretend to take a sip of the drink.
Okay, do a performance check for me. What's your question, Travis?
The time was this just the order of events? Is this simultaneous? Like, did I come out? Like, I'm trying to remember. They would be in the tavern before I come out, right? Because if I recall correctly, they went through the portal.
No.
Oh,
You were super
No.
speedy.
So you took off.
yeah,
You did Speedy McGee.
yeah.
So you actually were outside
Okay,
before they even jumped in the portal. Like,
Cool,
if we're
I-
talking about things. Because I'm assuming that you're still booking it in there going, what the hell is happening?
well, out.
There's some weird shit going on.
Once I got out, I would have just I wouldn't have been dashing. It just would have had normal speed though. But still, he moves 60.
Okay.
So but I was just just the order
Right.
of events. So okay, so I would have come out and
Yeah,
left.
so they're sending them now.
Okay,
They're like heading into the alley. Not quite like just down there yet.
all right.
but
Because I was just wondering
Apparently whatever you told them was kind of notable.
all right, yeah, there's some weird shit down there. Okay, I didn't know if they would have like seen me go by because it just
No.
okay, got it. No problem then. So I've already gone by. Then this is all going on. Fucking cat. Thank you. Sorry, my cat is.
No problem. Alright.
Mm.
Your performance was pretty good, Peregrine. Everybody assumes that you took a sip of your drink.
Great.
Hex, are you saying or doing anything?
No. I'm mostly
Okay.
just looking back and forth at these two dramatic gentlemen.
To twink off.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
So we're just sitting and drinking at this point? Is that what? Drinking?
Well, so far, he's actually drinking. To everybody's vision that sees you, you're also drinking. From the looks of it, or from the sounds of it, Hex is not drinking? Question mark?
No. I would kind of sniff at it, but meh.
So, is this some sort of weapon?
In a way.
In a way. In what way?
In the way that it's a very specific object effective against a very specific creature. So it wouldn't necessarily hurt you,
Legion.
for example.
I caught on that.
Or Baron. Yes.
How would you begin to kill an idea?
Very slowly, over many thousands of years. I've been at this a while.
That is some patience.
I'm more interested in you two, though.
What I do?
Because you followed me successfully,
Yeah,
which was interesting.
I followed this guy.
Okay, so
Well.
you're the one in charge.
Hey, 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 hey. Don't go that far. Okay. It's my buddy. We traveled
Fair.
together.
Also fair.
Yes. You made yourself very interesting.
I like to do that.
And you can't be surprised when people follow.
No. But notably, you and the buzzing one were the only ones to follow, which I find much more interesting.
The buzzing one? Oh, you mean the little guy? Oh, okay. Yep.
Yes, the little guy.
I can't explain other people's lack of curiosity.
But perhaps you can explain your own.
As I said, you made yourself interesting.
But you didn't see.
See what?
You were indoors.
I didn't have to see. I saw the consequences, and I saw you running off. And you did not
Speaking
want.
of, and he glances at Hex, goes, "I'm terribly sorry for your adornments. I had not intended to get you covered in foliage. That was not the plan."
I just feel pretty. I don't like it, actually.
Do you expect us to have a different answer?
I was a little bit expecting a different answer. Although
Well, sorry to
expectations
disappoint
tend to serve me sorely. So
I'm sorry to disappoint that we didn't know anything of your mission beforehand. Absolutely.
oh, you shouldn't have known about that. Technically, you should have also not followed me, but here we are. Pausing. Meanwhile, Flibberty,
Yes.
they've sent guards to investigate. What are you doing now that you've informed the proper authorities?
I would be commiserating with Griff, going, well, shit, this town was a bust. The hell do we do now? Fuck it, let's go get a drink.
I
Now,
love it when a plan comes together.
did the temple like show any appreciation or recognition or like?
If you said the word Legion, they had recognition for that. You said the word cult, obviously they had recognition for that. They appreciated you
Yeah.
telling them.
So yeah, I did. My character did know Legion, so yeah.
Yes. Your character having known Legion, though, you would not have been surprised if they weren't aware of who or what that is.
Yeah,
So the fact that they did was
So
pleasantly
wait,
surprising to you.
I got the impression that they knew what was going on down there, or they knew of what I was talking about.
They knew of what you were talking
Okay.
about. Not that it was happening, but they knew, like, when you said,
Okay.
hey, blah, 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 Legion, they're like, oh, Legion, bad. Let's send stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Let's take care of it.
All right. Sorry, that's what I was trying to get. I was like, what was their reaction? Like, oh, cool, thanks a lot. You can go now. Or was it, oh shit,
No,
thank
very
you.
much it was like,
guards, go.
Thank you for bringing, yeah, very much thank you for bringing this to our attention. Waving guards out the back door.
Okay, cool. And then just, all right, yeah, lack of compensation, whatever, okay, I'll, definitely Okay. Maybe save some lives there, but I guess I'm just doing it out of the kindness of my heart. So, is my subtlety working on them at all, or just they're like, yeah, thanks, bye?
They note that you are apparently displeased with their response, but given the fact that they did attempt to help you earlier today, though unsuccessful,
Yeah, their attempt was, gee,
they
sorry.
kind of feel like maybe annoying you. Yeah, they feel like perhaps maybe annoying you would not benefit your day further. So they're not sure what exactly to do. So if you leave and don't mention anything to them, they're not going to really stop you. If you're like, hey, I performed a service, they
Yeah.
might have something for
Is
you.
there
But
any?
that's totally up to you.
Do you compensate for rewarding pertinent information that is beneficial to your establishment, perhaps? Is there a policy on that, or?
We do have a small collection with which to benefit others. If you would like, I can receive a reward for you.
I mean, that'd be nice. I'm
If you
not
find that.
not going to force anything, But
Gotcha.
if you feel, I wouldn't say no to a reward.
Okay. They're gonna collect 9 gold for you.
Shit, I was expecting copper if it was offerings, but yeah, damn, I'll take it. As I go,
Yeah.
oh,
They-
yeah, that seems commensurate with, yeah.
This is a significant amount of what we have for these, but your tenacity is appreciated, as well as your bravery. So, thank you very much.
Not out loud, but I'm not going to
So-
correct. I'm not going to correct them on their bravery statement, but I'll take the money and say, oh well, thank you. Hey, and that almost doubles my funds. I have twice as much money now.
So,
Yeah, now I'm like, dude, let's get a drink.
yeah. All right. So, the closest bar happens to be Salty Pete's Spittoon.
Oh,
If you're
What?
interested in that.
well, okay. To be fair, earlier, like first session, I don't know if you heard me, but I did mention like when you said the name, I was like, oh, I've been hanging out there all week with a name like that.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So
yes, I remember
just to
that.
be clear,
Yeah. So
you
you
had a
know
lot going
Salty's-
on. So yeah, it's like
Yeah.
well, okay, I'm a little nervous about going in back in proximity of that place, but they know me there, and it's like I saw the guards going, so. And as I'm leaving, I'll be following. And if I see like troops of guards going there, I'll be like, okay, cool, let's get a drink, and maybe watch the show from inside. It's like I'm thinking, oh, this will be a great vantage point if they do shit. Like I can hang out inside, have a drink, and watch from inside, and not have to deal with it. So yeah,
Fair enough.
I've logicked my way into it.
Cool. So, um,
And I would definitely
when I
not
come
be.
back to you, you'll be entering.
Yeah, and I would not be like rushing. This is very much a chill. I would probably actually at this point, I only use Griffith's amount if I really need the speed. So
Yeah, so you're victory walking into Salty Spittoon.
I don't walk anywhere. Thank you very much. I move.
Victory
I
flying.
apologize.
Yeah,
Victory buzz.
yeah, but I mean, just to be clear, like, yeah, when you say walk in, in my head, I'm flying. Unless I specifically say I don't
Yeah.
actually land or walk anywhere. But yeah, so,
Yeah.
well,
No, I hear you.
I don't know about victory, but a little bit of self confidence there. All right, I handled that well, all by myself. All by myself now. Fuck. But yeah, no problem.
I know they're gone. They disappeared. We don't know where they went.
They did. They all of them just blip, blip, blip,
Right.
blip, gone. It's not my fault
That
that I
place
am
eats people, man.
because I'm completely unobservant and have horrible passive perception. That's not my fault. So yeah, no
Okay,
problem.
so we'll go around, I guess. And then when we come back to you, you'll be entering. Okay.
Sounds good.
Um. So back with Peregrine and Hex and the guide.
I'm sorry. What the guide
Notably,
is that? What he's
the
calling?
guide
That's, my character doesn't know that.
that he hasn't answered a name yet. So
Okay.
that's what I'm calling him until you guys get a name from him.
Right.
So,
All right. Sorry, I wasn't sure if he had actually said call me the guide, but okay, got it.
Peregrine
No.
is being cagey. That's what's happening.
I'm
Yeah.
not being cagey.
what's funny is they're being cagey at each other.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
That's why I'm just sitting there.
we're
like,
matching energies. This is how
Eventually,
this is how you have a conversation.
It's fine.
So far he has not told you really what it is other than what it can do. And that apparently he's been trying to fight Legion for like thousands of years. Which, given the fact that he looks like he's maybe 30, whether you believe him or not.
So what's so special about this thing? How does it work? After
It is
thousands of years, and this is your
Yes.
final attempt.
No, I can't really share too much, at least right now. We're still waiting on a couple more. But well, I've been attempting to collect certain items that I think will help me along the way. We'll say that.
All right. That could include many things.
It could. It could technically also include nothing, depending on your value. Or your opinion of value.
That's true. And so this is just one of them? One of these
Yes.
objects?
This is one of too many. Engine.
See. And what? Together, they will somehow just kill you.
No. Bringing them all together will cause the end of your universe. Your world. Where you reside. This is kind of a big pill to swallow, but since you're already involved, why don't we take this conversation to a more secure location? Since you still have questions and I apparently have a lot to say. He's coming.
Yeah.
Pause. Liberty,
Yeah,
you're walking into Salty Pete's Spittoon.
and as I'm coming in, I'm like checking the windows, like and watching like the guards move. So I'm kind of like toward because I'm here for like the show. So I'm like coming in, like okay, where are the windows? And I'm like, okay, there's a window. Where will I have a good angle where I can sit and still see that thing? And what the fuck are these chuckle
Yeah.
heads doing in here?
Notably, you're the only one who seems to have noticed them.
Oh,
The barmaid doesn't come over and refill their clearly empty drinks. At least the empty drink that's in front of the white-haired guy. Salty Pete has not pulled them into listening to one of his many, many stories. The amount of stories that you've heard from Salty Pete the entire time you've been here, you're like, all right.
Okay.
I don't know if you've done half the shit that you say that you've done.
Okay, so here's Liberty's assessment of the situation. He chased this pale dude down into this area. The other two showed up at all three of them, to my knowledge, showed up at roughly the same time. And then I saw two of them, they split up. I followed one, this third guy showed up. We went down, so they kind of three were all showed up at the same time. Went down here, and we got into a scuffle, and then they all disappeared, except for the one guy I was following. Learned some weird shit about that guy. He was involved with Legion or something. And then I got out, and these three are all sitting here together, having a drink, chilling, best buds, apparently, from what I can tell.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me. With advantage.
Or would this be, is this like...
No, this is purely on site and vibes.
Okay, because I was like, I was going to ask, can I tell if they're comfortable with it?
That's why I'm having you roll, because I'm like,
Was that perception, or is that... I'm just kind of making... Would that be insight to see, are they, leaning back, or...
You know what? Do whichever one you feel is better.
Well...
As in, what you roll better with.
Well, I technically, it's the same, but I just feel narratively I'd be trying to read body language.
If you feel narratively insight would be better, then go ahead and roll insight. With advantage, if you remember.
Oh, right. Thank you. Oh, I had it on disadvantage. Mm-hmm. Okay. 20.
Hex, how is your body language right now? How are you feeling about this situation?
I am kobold.
Right. So are you looking like you feel uncomfortable? Are you kind of...
Yeah, are you...
The shifty eyes glancing around? What's...
Where I'm never gonna be comfortable in a room full of people, right? And I don't sit in chairs because that's weird. And I'm just kind of hunched there, watching these two people be tense at each other, and nobody's saying anything, but they're talking a lot, and I'm just here.
Yeah.
The vibe I'm
To be fair, I'd say, I would have probably a hard time reading the body language of a kobold.
Right.
Yeah, that mini dragon's looking real weird right about now.
Yeah, the baby dragon. Oh, yeah, I rolled poorly on a check, so baby dragon.
Yeah.
Peregrine.
So I'm being all awkward, and Flibberty's look at this majestic creature.
Sure.
Yep. That's what's happening. It's in my head now, so that's it.
I'd be trying to seem relaxed for the most part.
Are you a little stilted? Is it a little...
I have a little bit of properness, I guess.
Very formal.
Yeah, a little bit more formal. But yes, I'm kind of trying to act as if we are far closer than we actually are, honestly.
Fair enough.
Or at least far friendlier than we actually are.
Was your insight also for the guy, the white-haired guy?
Yeah, for the group, if possible.
Okay, so for the all three of them, got it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to kind of read the table.
Right. Okay. So you have kind of a hunched little baby dragon gargoyle sitting on a chair. A clearly formal, proper fancy boy, threadbare and fancy boy, and then the white-haired guy in leather who looks like he's a little unsure, mostly in the sense that he feels like this conversation is weird at the moment. Like he's stalling, perhaps.
Okay, I
I
think
think that would be the best way to say it. You feel like he's trying to stall.
Okay. At this point, I think I need to make a roll for stupid.
Do it.
So, I'm going to roll. If it's low, I'm going to ease over and say, hey, what's going on? If it's high, I'm going to fucking straight out ignore him, go to the bar and order a drink.
Fair enough.
Okay, fuck these guys. Nope. I'm not hiding or anything. I stop. I'm looking at them kind of for a minute and going, a little shake my head and go, Salty Pete, I need a drink. And just gonna go get a drink.
I would see this, right? I would see Liberty.
Yeah, I was just, making a point. I'm not hiding or anything.
Not to see him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would be like,
He's the only one who's flying right now.
hey, look, there's the guy. There's the hi.
I'm pretending like, oh, they're clearly talking to someone else. So someone else who just came in the door, and I'm going, not acknowledging, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact, don't engage.
His name is the little guy with the fluttery, and you're making noise because you're flying.
Just yelling across the phone.
Do I make it to the bar before anybody like acknowledges or notices, like, and they like, oh,
No, there are people staring at you. Specifically, like doing the racquetball between you and the kobold.
Yeah.
As you are actively moving away from the kobold.
I'll take a deep breath and go, Hex was it? Yes, and I'll slowly go over to the table.
How's it going?
I would ask you the same since you all disappeared. Hey, what do you know? And left me down in that place by myself. So,
Actually, you left first, so
no, you guys disappeared like.
I was hiding. I told you I was practicing my hiding. I said that before I hid. You told me I couldn't hide. I did.
I didn't say you
And
couldn't.
then-
I said you currently were not hiding.
Well, it was
Anyway.
not
The guide
time.
character raises one hand to try and rest the yelling that's happening in front of him.
We're not
And
yelling.
he
We're just
gestures to a seat
excited.
that-
Wait, yeah, it's enthusiasm.
He doesn't-
No, I actually say that out
Fair.
loud.
Oh, but he doesn't say
Oh,
like you're
okay.
yelling. He just puts the hand up and like does the gentle pat vibe, like
Want me
in the
down?
air, and then gestures to a seat that had not previously been at the table. There had
Wait, is it
previously
on
been
the table or
three
is it
seats.
on the table because he's little.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
no,
say-
it's next to
hiding
the table. It's a
there?
seat next to the table, but it does have a booster.
It's
in it.
yeah, he summoned a booster. They have booster chairs in town in
Not
Midi.
like a child booster, but
Okay.
yes, it's a taller seat.
You know, I don't think I would have gotten one of those, but it seems comfortable. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna keep it far away from this guy as much as possible because all I know about him is he's got dealings with followers of Legion, as far as I know, and I don't want anything to do with this guy. And so I'll be like, Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll specifically be pointing at him,
To be
going,
fair, the seat is here.
okay. And
If you're interested,
and
the seat would be here.
yeah, I'm assuming I was heading that way, anyways. So I would look and say, no offense. I appreciate the invitation, sir, but I don't like, not a fan of the company you keep.
I will explain myself, if you wish.
I was kind of hoping Peregrine or
What do you
Hex would
have
think it
against
was.
us exactly? You don't even know us.
What?
That's what I was
We
hoping
haven't
for.
even had a proper introduction.
I'll look at Peregrine and go, not you, although I don't really know you. The basement people. The followers
The
of
basement people are not my company, I promise.
you seem friendly with them. And had a little
It
exchange
is a
there.
transaction based. It is a scripted. I will explain it if you sit. It is a scripted transaction. I cannot change what the attitude I must possess during those moments must be. Thus, I will explain. Do you sit? And this is me asking, not him.
Shit, yeah, let's sit down. I am super wary though. I am. Before I go, I'll whisper to Griff and say, "Be ready to bail. Just be ready."
Griff is like,
Yeah.
kind of looking about the whole table like this seems like a trap. Like
Yeah.
Admiral Akbar.
So yeah,
It's-
I'm gonna.
I'm just grinning at everybody. Like, this is great. All my buddies are together.
Yeah, I am
With
super
all the sharp teeth.
super on edge right now,
That's fair.
and Griff would probably be. He would have actually probably moved towards the door, just a bit.
Okay. Hold on.
So yeah, I
So
sit.
once everybody is seated, he begins to explain, since he needs to get some before he attempts to, so he gestures to himself. He says, "My name is 19. I am a guide, per se, from a very far distant place in the attempt to destroy Legion. I am not friends with his followers. I am not part of his chorus. I am working actively against him."
I'm gonna have to. Is he telling the truth there?
Go ahead and insight if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just regular though, right? Not. No
Yeah,
advantage.
not
Okay.
no advantage. No. Anyone else may also make an insight check if they would like to.
You know what? I'm gonna burn my inspiration here.
Oh, okay.
Fuck me! Really? Double nines. Alright.
Okay, so I disagree with that. So go ahead and roll it again, because I hate it when we do that. So
Oh,
go ahead and
wouldn't.
roll that one more time. Because I don't like it when we do that.
Well, you told me to.
Well,
That's on you. That's on you.
Okay.
I was gonna roll with the nines, but you
First
insisted, so.
Witnesses, so.
First my OCD. Anyway, fine. Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
Would anyone else like to make an insight check?
Yeah, why not? Let's
Okay.
have fun with this.
Sure.
Okay. I'm just asking. You don't have to. Just figure I'll get them all out of the way.
And one other really quick question. Now, me knowing about Legion, that was my own insight thing. Do
Yeah.
do Hex and Peregrine do they? Is this the first time they're hearing Legion, or
Well, since
Well-
it was brought up earlier in
That's
this
up to them.
conversation,
They
but
didn't.
yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't heard them.
Okay.
So Peregrine, he is absolutely in league to destroy Legion, whoever that is.
Yeah.
Hex, you get that not only is he speaking the truth. I apologize. I can see that my camera is dark. Not only is he speaking the truth, but he's kind of disgusted at the idea that he might have been working for Legion, which is why his plan changed. Briefly, at least. Flibberty, since you can apparently see into his brain, not literally, but you know,
See into his soul.
Yeah.
he is not only offended, he is tiredly offended, because he has definitely heard that before, and he is definitely not
Okay.
part of Legion's grouping. He is so anciently tired of that accusation.
I will. I'll relax a bit at that and say 19.
Mhm.
You look a little older, but it's cool. So you're 19.
Not,
Cool.
no, not, my age is not, kind of rolls his eyes.
He said, "I'm 19."
is,
I am 19.
Yes.
That's what they
Yes,
said,
he did.
right?
yes, he did,
Okay. So I'm not wrong.
yes.
They didn't say my name is. They said I am
My
19.
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to stay in character.
I am here to destroy your grim dark universe.
I know. 19 is the number that I received when I became a holder.
A holder.
So, a space holder.
And what do you hold?
Currently, the broken mind. This is going to be a hard process. Big pill to swallow, lots of information. Now that you, I assume, believe me, that I am not in the chorus, I have a base outside of the city. I can explain much more openly there.
Okay, I got to do another insight check because, like, okay? I believe him that he's not with chorus, but it is
Go for
he-
it.
Yeah,
Getting.
yeah, and specifically, like, is this like stranger danger stuff, or is it like legit? Like, no, he's just like inviting us to a less public, eavesdropped area.
Go ahead and roll. Yeah.
Five.
It's absolutely just a less eavesdropped area.
You have candy? Sure, I'll
He
come.
feels like the end. Yeah, it's very sensitive information he has.
Okay.
Having you say like the yes, you will come, he sort of glances over at Hex and Peregrine as well, sort of gesturing like, "You followed me this far. Are you willing to follow me further?"
Are we gonna go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go?
Lead the way.
No need. And he snaps his fingers, and a portal opens up above you all. very similar to the previous one. This hot pink and red fire that slides down over you.
This is still terrifying.
Mhm.
Oh,
When it clears, hold on.
and Griff loses his shit and goes, "Fuck! God damn it! Where'd they go?"
Convenient.
Griff is also coming.
Well, no, because I said, remember, I said he went more towards the
What is-
door.
I know.
As you
Griff-
saw-
I know.
Okay.
Griff is also coming,
Oh, all right.
which might be another reason that you don't trust him as much, but
Yeah.
here we are. So, ba-da-ba-bum. Let's see, we'll put him here.
Darkness.
Oh, is it darkness? Can you not see?
It's
Are
just dark.
are our tokens on the board?
Yes, I'm working
I
on
see
it.
the same map that we're on before.
Oh,
Are you guys still on the same map? I thought I moved you guys.
no, you moved. We moved.
I don't see.
Oh, okay.
Oh. My computer decided to not load the actual thing.
Update you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we
What?
are. Okay,
Gotcha. Okay.
we're good.
Where is he?
Why can't I see my own name tag? That's weird.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
Okay. So, confirming, there is a block of blackness in the corner. Yes,
Yep.
no.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yay, dynamic lighting. You did great.
Anyway, so you guys see there, where that white block is on the map, a door, a simple door. There's a window next to where Griff is sitting, which notably Griff looks like his feathers are significantly ruffled, because he is now sitting in like an armchair, like a very modern to our world, to the real world, very modern armchair. Notably, all those black squares look like that. There is a fireplace with hot pink fire, a rounded coffee table. There, the brown rectangle, basically behind you guys, has so it's like a low table where like boots, where it looks like you would put like your shoes, and hooks on the wall where you would put your coat. The barrel next to Peregrine, that's what that is, that round bit, and then what looks like a cot there, and then there is a red silk curtain blocking off whatever's behind it from the rest of you. And then a red fur welcome mat inside, though it has no writing. It's just red fur. He seems, the guy, 19 seems much more relaxed in this environment. I'm going to let you all respond to the change of environment.
Are there any windows?
There are. There is a big, sort of 10-foot, I guess, window behind Griff,
Okay.
because it spans this block and this block.
Okay. So,
And it's just outside. It doesn't look like there's a hellscape or anything weird
Okay.
going on out there.
I
It's just like a road. Like there's grass. It's
okay.
normal.
Yeah. Well, consent, motherfucker.
I know.
So,
I understand.
yeah. So I'm like, dude. It's like he said. I've got a place just outside of town. Okay, let's go. This is place out of town. Portal could be literally anywhere. So that's why I'm really quick. Like, where the fuck are we? And I probably would say it out loud, but I want to make.
If you look outside the window, you can see the outer wall of Joyholm
Okay.
in the distance
Okay.
that you're very familiar with since you traveled here. So
Well, yeah.
you would know that this is literally outside of the city.
So I would have something to say immediately once we get here. But if anybody else has any questions before we do that, go ahead.
I was just gonna.
That'd be up to Hex and Perry.
Well, I was gonna say convenient. So sort of starts to wander a little bit.
Yeah, or unless Hex, do you have anything or?
Neat trick.
I was
Thank
immediately.
you. It makes moving very creepy.
Future reference, ask first. Don't randomly teleport me to places I don't know. Okay. Not a good first step. We're stumbling a little here.
I apologize. I thought you had already given me your consent.
We were going to go to your place, not you take us through a weird portal.
You were expecting on foot travel. I apologize. Miscommunication.
Yeah.
It will not happen again.
Consent. Ask.
To my knowledge, I had already asked and you had accepted. Hence the miscommunication. It will not happen again.
Or just communication because of the lack of communication. There were some assumptions made there.
Yes,
Well, I mean,
and they were mine. And I
we did-
apologize.
Go. So
Yes. So, to preemptively answer some of your questions, as he seems much more relaxed, and actually moves over here to lean against the fireplace, with his sort of arms crossed. You've kind of been privy to underground dealings between worlds at the moment. I am not from this world, and I have come to save your world from what happened to mine.
What happened
I
to
will now
yours?
accept questions. It was destroyed by Legion.
Okay. What's the broken mind? Son of a-
How to explain this? There is a set of objects that dimension hops between worlds as sort of a sick joke from whoever created them. I'm not quite sure who. The broken mind is one of these objects. Like what you witnessed, there is a process to retrieve these items, and they sort of manifest in strange ways. So, for example, in this case, the broken mind is literally my brain. The brain that is in my body currently. So it can be body parts, it can be blood, it can be weaponry, it can be statues and sheet music and eyeballs and statues. It's pretty much anything. Some of the objects are more obvious, like the lens, for example. Some things are less obvious. So, for example, the one who holds the Seekers is a woman with a ring. It changes.
And these items do what again?
Well, that depends. If they are reunited, Legion uses them to destroy your world, to consume it, to consume the souls within. If they are kept apart, they call to each other, bring basically nothing but trouble, but Legion doesn't get them, doesn't destroy your world, and there remains hope that you can kill him before it happens, before all of the objects are brought together. Then there's those who seek these objects for power, which is pretty self-explanatory. They sometimes give boons, they have areas of effect, they kind of twist the world around you, pocket dimensions, a lot of nasty side effects.
So we want to keep them apart.
In the sense of we want to keep them apart from Legion.
And
Putting them together per se is not a good plan either, but Legion has a majority of them in this world, and we need to keep him from getting all of them. Or at least I do. That's my oath currently.
And he needs all of them or just a lot of them?
All of them.
Okay. Can they be destroyed? I say, not trying to look directly at his brain.
You say that part?
No, I'm just like actively like, when I say that, I'm kind of not
No, I
looking
hear you.
directly at him, but or trying to not look directly at
Yeah.
him.
Yes. He actually seems amused either way. He says, no, not really. You can't really destroy them in that sense. They kind of hop after that. Which is
Oh.
why I've been doing this for a long time.
So
When they get destroyed, they hop to somewhere else
and become something else.
and become something else. Yes, thank you.
I actually am kind of, if Liberty's actually impressed and is, no insight check needed. He's like thinking about that going, wow, that's actually very cool. Bad, but in this situation, but that's thinking out loud. He's like, wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty interesting.
So what do you do with them?
Of the ones that I've found, I attempt to keep them in a safe place. Like I said, I've been doing this for a while, so sometimes it gets kind of hard to keep track between the amount of lives I've lived doing this. Worlds I've attempted to protect that have been destroyed. I keep them for the most part. I currently have 3. They're very hard to get. In the sense that many people have died doing this,
Rolling
myself
back,
included.
just a
twice.
little like destroy. How many worlds have been destroyed? You said more than one.
2,538.
I'm sorry. What?
These
Was-
items and Legion have destroyed 2,538 worlds.
That seems like a not insignificant number. Okay,
Yes.
what I know like worlds like how many? Would I know like how many worlds there are, or is this like is it dimensions or
Depending on his definition of worlds, he could mean planets, he could mean universes, he could mean dimensions.
I
He's
would.
not exactly been super clear about that.
I'd have to ask for clarification. Like, okay, that's a lot of worlds. What exactly do you mean by what's the definition of world to you when in regard to this astronomical number?
This is universes, if you've ever heard of multiverse theory.
Like planes of existence.
Your exact, sort of. A universe has every plane of existence, has its own prime material, has its own ethereal, has its own void, has its own abyss, everything. effectively, he's destroyed sets of planes, right? So 2,538 prime material planes, 2,538 abysses, 2,538 voids.
Out of
This
how?
set of everything is gone thousands of times.
And couple follow-up questions. Out of how many? Or is that a known number?
That's not known to me, at least.
Okay.
I don't know that many.
What is Legion gain?
My world
Oh, sorry.
was my world was 2,527. So I've attempted to do this about 11 times, if my math is correct.
And succeeded how many times?
Never.
Okay, cool. That's good news.
That's not a good
Because
ratio.
if I succeed, Legion will die, and then his object won't move,
Sorry. I'll be
and
right
then
back.
it'll end. Is
No,
that
so that's like
Flipperty, or is he stepping away?
Jumping
one to the
away.
other.
Okay, because I can't see him, so.
Oh,
Sorry, cat knocked over a drink.
fine.
That's fair. It's okay.
Cat was doing cat
I'm
things.
assuming that he can still hear, though, so if anybody else has questions that they'd like to put forth to 19.
I'm gonna sort of run a finger over the curtain.
You get the impression he's aware of what you're doing. He's not stopping you.
Okay.
The curtain doesn't seem like it's particularly magical or protective. It's just sort of there.
Okay. Is it like one full thing across, or is it like two pulled together? Like where?
It's it technically it looks like it's 3. There's like one
Okay.
in the center, and it looks like from the sort of attachments to the walls, looks like it could be pulled to the side on those 2 sides. And then there's sort of one in the center.
Okay. I'd like to kind of pull back at one just a little bit to see what's behind it.
You can. He lets you. It looks like, I don't know if you can see this. Hold on. Are you able to see? Or is it still black?
I think my
It's
computer
black.
died. Wait, no, it's fine. It's coming back.
Oh, okay. Is
It's
it
having
black
a
in there
moment.
for you, or is it?
Hold on. Ah, okay. There you go. I see it.
Okay, so you can see it.
Yes.
All right. All right. So you should still be able to see it on this side.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's tables, put together, with like pin boards up on the walls. You've not really seen anything like this exactly. It's like they put cork really thin. It's kind of weird looking. And what look like extremely realistic drawings
Does he have a conspiracy
up
board?
in places.
What?
He does. He does have a conspiracy board.
Yeah.
He has 2 massive conspiracy boards, actually.
I'm not there. I don't see it, but I'll be right back.
That's okay.
All right.
Does it have the yarn all over it?
Yeah.
It does.
Like the strings, the whole
It's hot
thing?
pink. Yeah, no, the yarn is hot pink, but yes.
It was going to be hot pink. But I would like to
Huh?
look at it and go, I also enjoy arts and crafts.
They're less arts and crafts, but I can appreciate the sentiment.
You used
Look,
yarn
man.
and you pinned the stuff on the wall, so that means you made something that's a craft.
Yes.
These are plans of some sort.
Sort of. I have notes on my runs that I've done, hops that I've taken, things that have worked, things that have not worked, history on what certain objects have been. It has been a long time. It works in my brain.
Can I sort of skim through some of it to get a sense of what information is where?
Which thing? Because there's papers on the desk. There's drawers in the desks, like bookshelves. There's books all over. There's pictures and writings where the pinboard is on the conspiracy stuff. Where are you looking? There's a lot to
The
look at.
conspiracy board.
Okay, the conspiracy board mostly has photos and little writings.
Like
Oop.
like proper photos.
Yes, so like photos from our world on photo paper, like glossy
Right.
photos.
I assume I have not seen anything like that before.
No, no.
Maybe
This
like
is fascinating to you.
maybe like really grainy black and white pictures. Because we do have trains, right?
Not
So
quite.
there's
Yeah. But we're in the era that you guys are in. It's still more likely that you'd get like a painting or like a charcoal drawing
yeah.
over like a picture.
I was thinking of those
But
like
they're definitely in like development.
back in the day. They were kind of like just starting to happen, and you'd have to like sit there for a long time.
For forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And only the dead people were clearest because they weren't moving.
Yeah. um. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that was a side tangent.
Yeah. So
Kind of.
yeah, there's a lot to look at. Yeah.
Did you capture this?
I didn't take all of those photos, but I have taken some. Yes.
So realistic.
Your world is behind technologically where mine was when this occurred. Because you guys are still fighting what my world would consider mythical creatures, as in things that don't exist, but they do exist here. So-
What kind of creatures are you talking about?
Like dragons don't exist where I come from,
Oh,
nor do
that's
kobolds.
sounds like a terrible place.
That
Whiskey
tends
for
to be the
you.
response, which is why I've stopped attempting to explain.
Hmm.
I'm getting typing. That's fine. That's okay, Flip. We can continue to roleplay. I assume you're listening. So
So you,
Yes, I am trying.
as a person,
that's okay.
your brain is one of these objects that's from what I'm understanding, how you get from universe to universe?
I universe hop with the help of my patrons. Um, i- it's kind of hard to explain. Because I have an object, it's weird when I hop. Because I have slash am sort of an object, right? And I've failed to save 11 worlds, which means that he's gotten me before. Um, it's a very strange.
Yes, I was going to ask about that. Because if
Yes,
he
it's a very
was
strange
cheating, then you
existence.
must have.
Failed, literally and physically.
I see.
Yes. Although he changes face almost as much as I do, so fair. Um, he's never the same person, which is why he's an idea, an item.
Right. Hmm. Well, you seem to know a lot about him.
I've done my research. Not to mention that I've talked to him before. I haven't talked to him here yet, though. I'm still trying to find him.
So you don't know what form he's taking here.
No, but he tends to always be a man. I've seen him as women, but he tends to be a man more often than not, more than 90% of the time. But yeah, he's kind of hidden himself away pretty good here on this in this world, which is not useful to my purposes, but
Well, if you haven't interacted with him yet, then it makes it a little bit more difficult for him to kill you, right?
you think so? No, I sense something is different this time. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's passive in this world. I don't know if he's sleeping in the sense that he's not awakened yet. These things happen out of order. And I never know. But you all would be the first group to help me if you decided to, per se. Although I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. Or
In tracking down the objects.
and
Sorry about that.
if possible.
Right. That's not.
Barking.
My freaking animals.
Well,
Sorry.
why not?
I'll come out of my well, sorry, blacked out there. What were we talking about?
We were talking about the set of items that
Right.
Legion is attempting to gather to destroy this world. Just
Seems like you could use some help.
also, I
I'll be
wouldn't
right back.
mind, to be honest.
Be right back. Sorry.
Yep. But you would have to take an oath.
Okay. You two need to stop.
I don't know why. It's just kind of how this works.
Hold on.
There's a lot of unexplained things in this process. Phrases you have to say. Sometimes order to manifesting items, that sort of thing. Not everything will always make sense if you do this.
As to whom?
That is the question. Sometimes in general, they'll ask you to do things that you would never do. The objects will try to convince you of certain things, drive you mad. The amount of times I've run into other seekers who have died from the trials or the incorrect ritual practices or self-inflicted. It's a lot. And it's extremely hard to do by yourself. So. If you would be willing.
What is this oath?
So, when I was describing the oath of reunion, the oath of separation, or the oath of power, it's your purpose. It marks your soul. It affects how you find things, how you are able to interact with holders or other seekers, powers you may get. It's a process. I have taken the oath of separation. I am not personally able, as I only have 3 and I've been here for a while. So if you guys would be able to have more of an impact on this world since you're from it, that would probably help a lot. So if you take an oath of separation like I do, you don't have to tell me what your oath is. It's just sort of how you feel about the situation.
There are multiple options, though.
Yeah. Although, obviously, choosing to bring them together would kind of be counterintuitive to helping me, but, I mean, if you're feeling fancy.
But wait,
And you wouldn't know? Or would you? Is
I
it
wouldn't
clear?
know. How things interact with this world is much more difficult for me to perceive. I know when people are involved. I know when certain things are coming, when people are coming, life forms. My connection to it is a little harder in this one. But the oath makes things easier,
so
for me at least.
to be clear, your mission is to collect
Destroy Legion, save the world.
by way
That is my
of,
mission.
in regard to the items, you're collecting them, or
I collect as much as I can to keep him from getting them.
okay,
And ultimately, I am looking for a way to destroy him. If that comes before items, if I get leads on that before things I can pick up, I tend to go for that.
and
If that makes sense.
are you the only one collecting these items, or are others also?
No. I'm the only one who knows as much as I do, I've noticed.
Okay.
An entire generation of seekers has already started in this world. They seek objects mostly for power, I've noticed right now. Not a lot of them are actually aware of the connection to Legion. They just know, hey, there's this group of people spread around the entire world that are looking for the same things I'm looking for because they're shiny, they're powerful, they're magic in most cases. And so it's just sort of these hodgepodge of things that become a greater thing.
So we would be joining their ranks, or we'd be working with you?
You would be joining their ranks guided by me in this
Okay.
case, because my connection to everything is significantly different
Right.
than it would be for you all. So
So-
you would be finding the objects more often than I would be. And I
Okay.
could tell you phrases and things to find, helpful advice, things to avoid. For example, don't look what's in her arms, or don't look at what's in her arms.
Right.
When we were all in the tunnel and you all were attempting to pretend like you weren't following me.
Yeah. So what happens when we find an item? What do you expect us to do with the item?
You can give them to me for safekeeping, or you can keep them on your person if you like, depending on what the effects are, what you feel about it, connections, memories, all that sort of thing.
Something
I won't take them
eggs
from
and
you.
basket.
So yeah, something like that.
Maybe. Okay. So you're not requiring us to turn these items in, so it's all collected in one place for Legion to just scoop up.
One of the
Possibility.
reasons. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we get a little operational leeway. And how binding is this
Significantly.
agreement?
Oh, the oath?
Yeah.
Given how much you know, lovingly, your goose is probably already cooked. In the sense that these things will find you now, effectively too much, and they won't necessarily come to hurt you, but they'll show up in your lives. Things will happen, things will be taken from you. Participating in this project, I suppose, would keep you in the know as much as possible. My services, as far as how to help you, will be as best as I can. Like I said, my connection is different.
Wait. So just us knowing these things exist, we are now
Roped in.
targets, essentially?
For the objects, yeah. Remember when I was like, this is a sick joke created by some being somewhere that just sort of does this? One of the things is if you kind of know about it, you are kind of in it.
No.
Which is why I'm sharing as much as I am with you as possible to make your decision as informed as I can.
But
Once you
that's
lose
the
your
Because
problem.
you guys
We're now
following
in.
me into the catacombs sealed your fate, effectively.
But giving us the information is the problem.
No. That happened before I gave you any information. Me giving you information now is me helping you moving forward. This would have happened to you before I told you anything. Your goose is already cooked,
Well, fuck.
and it was when you witnessed what you witnessed. I'm trying to help you by doing this. I'm also trying to help myself. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not. This isn't helping me too. But you guys are already at a disadvantage.
I know
How long
I-
do we have to decide?
So I'm trying to give you an even playing field.
Yeah, and I totally forgot how binding the agreement was. Kind of blew it out of my brain there. So
As
the-
far as the oath?
Yeah.
So the oath is... Think of it as like an alignment chart, right? So you take this oath, you decide what you want to do, and then you try and follow that as best as possible. The more that you divert, the more effects that will happen, just as from me as the DM as a narrative standpoint.
So we have to kind
Things will
of.
start to go wonky.
So we have to
decide.
like decide right now. What if we like change our minds later on? Can we? We can't. This is it.
That will come with its own effects, and no, you can. It just
Okay.
it will change how things run for you somewhat.
I was asking, how long do we have to decide?
Are you asking 19 or are you asking me?
19.
19 is saying that
On the oath.
Like I said, you're the first group I've ever collected, worked with. I decided as soon as my world was destroyed, like the moment that it was gone, once I was in it, and so I guess I late in the game,
So
I suppose,
do we
necessarily.
have to swear this oath?
I would heavily encourage it. You have learned knowledge in magic, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Um, you know how sorcery can be a little bit more chaotic because it's not focused automatically? It's not decided. There's less focus.
Yeah, it's just random chance of birth.
Going at this without some sort of oath or predetermined plan. Chaotic luck of the draw. To my knowledge.
Okay, and a side note, I just apparently Fliberty is rather disdainful of sorcerers and warlocks at this point because, like, fuck them, there's
Yeah,
random.
you're gonna add that to your character sheet.
Yeah, apparently he's like, yeah, whatever, born fucking whatever. Don't even get me started on bards.
And if we were to join you, would
Yes.
we have to accept immediately?
You could do it on your own if you wanted to. I mean, I can't make you, and I won't make you. I won't make anyone do anything ever again. But
Wait, what?
it would be
Yeah,
Huh?
what Heck said. Go back, make someone do something?
Yeah.
Elaborate, please.
okay. This delves a little into my personal history. When these things came about in my world, I did a lot of things I'm not proud of in this life. Including but not limited to being a merc, and all of the eccentricities and blood on my hands that come with that. I have made people go through, or did make people go through trials, and I caused a lot of death in doing that. In my first few iterations of attempting to destroy Legion, I was very focused and very, this is what will kill him, and it didn't. I have made a lot of mistakes doing what you, in theory, are about to start doing. So, I've learned. I am a different person now, but people have died doing this at my hand because I forced things to happen that they don't work that way. You have to pick this. You have to do things your way. Each seeker is individual, and each way that they go about doing things can change literally any aspect of this process. It's a little uncontrollable sometimes. But I've done things to try and control it, and it's worked out badly for others. I will not force anyone to do anything again.
Now you're all about consent. That was
A miscommunication about a teleportation is significantly different than holding your hand to a gem in order to liquefy your skin. Seeing a difference?
but you got better, right? I mean,
I did.
Okay,
I-
good, yeah.
I'd like to think so. I'm
Well,
not
I'd like to think
intentionally
so. I
murdering
hope
people
so.
to get objects anymore. But I can't change what I have done. I can only change what I will do going forward.
Well, what did you take from them in the basement? Was that already
I
answered?
took Yes.
We were talking about it
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was
before you came
yeah.
around.
yeah. That was in
What-
the in the
I would like the direct answer.
Yeah. What is?
It's
Yeah.
that was the object of fate known as the end. It is said that that is how we kill Legion. I don't know how it's used to kill Legion, but apparently it is. I am doing research. I am learning as we go. Like I said, things are very different here than they have been previously. So it's new
So this one is
to me.
not. Is this just one of the items, or is this something
This is
different?
this is one of the items of fate or objects of fate.
Hmm.
And this one is supposed to be used to destroy Legion. Which is
Unless you
why
do.
I especially didn't want Legion to get a hold of it, because pretty much that's the end. This is supposed to be a kill switch,
Oh,
as far
okay.
as I've heard. I don't know how to use it. So, hence why, because it says that you're not supposed to look at it. So I didn't. And I wrapped it up. I told you not to look at it, so you didn't. So it's in my safekeeping place until I figure out how to use the thing.
Is what he has been saying this entire time? Does it match up with my knowledge of Legion? Is it kind of like, okay? Are there discrepancies, or are there things like that are just like,
Your understanding of Legion is from a religious
yeah,
standpoint.
right,
This sounds far more like reality. So like religion has like a certain sense of mysticism in this case, right? This is the legend of Legion, and this is the things that he can do, and he's cruel and unusual and dangerous and seductive as far as power is, and he's that way to your knowledge, but from the sounds of it, he from 19 is he is a villain that changes face and is stuck in a cycle,
okay.
in theory, if you're believing him.
I think yeah. I need to. Do I believe him?
Go ahead and make an insight check. Anybody who wants to make an insight check can.
Hmm.
Just let me know that you're making it so I can, like, not
17.
just like
So
keep
yeah,
waiting if you're not.
specifically before you answer,
Yeah, you-
it's I am
Yeah.
like, yeah. Is what he's saying checks against what I know of Legion, and just on a practical level, does it make sense? Like, or no, this is insight. So
Yes.
this would be. This is like, does he seem sincere? Is he telling the truth?
He is not only telling the truth, but he is emphatically attempting to let you, like, have you believe him so that he can help you. It is, especially for Hex, who got significantly higher, this is a disposed, dimension traveling, far traveler orphan who is attempting to stop your world from being destroyed in the same way that his was. And he's
Well, it
using
sounds
everything at his disposal as far as information to make you believe him. Because it's true to him. He believes it.
Okay.
sounds like the best option for all of us is to join you.
I would appreciate it. I would hope that you would also come to appreciate it, if what I can dig up for you guys is as useful as I'm hoping it will be.
I'm gonna plop down in one of the chairs and go, well, shit, this day didn't get any better. Fuck.
Sorry.
I
You
don't
just build something
believe
that-
it's your fault, so. Fuck. So just I'm sorry. I think somebody else was saying something, and I.
Oh, saying I need to think over the oath.
Yeah, I'm not
Yes.
entirely ready on that yet.
How that works. Do you just say something, or is there some sort of special ritual?
You kind of decide, and it just kind of is. It's hard to explain. I can't see it. You won't feel it. It'll just sort of come out in the ways that you encounter your trials to come, the turbulations. I will be straightforward in saying that trying to keep them separated from Legion is probably the hardest path, just from what I've seen. Power is easy, because you just find items and you use them, and who cares who has them other than you have them.
But I mean,
Obviously, if you
if we're,
decide to bring them together, the Legion's going to be really excited, I guess. I don't know why any of you would pick that, to be honest.
but I mean,
But
we can if we find them and they're useful, we can use them.
oh, yeah, you can use them either way.
Okay,
It's the purpose with which you hold them, because
it.
there's a lot of emphasis in this process about intentions, like magic intentions
Right.
create reality.
Okay. Well, that actually explains helps me a little bit. And who are we making this? What vow to?
Oath.
Oath? Yeah.
So it's not to anyone. If anything, it's to yourself.
Right.
It's part of the game. I don't know how to explain it other than that. He seems somewhat lost for words, because it's like he doesn't necessarily understand it fully himself, other than that it is a process. It is part of the process of being a seeker and finding these objects.
And to break
But
this.
being by himself this whole time, it seems like it's harder for him to explain.
Okay. So now the consequences of breaking this oath are what?
As a DM, he doesn't know, because he hasn't ever broken it. He's always been seeking for separation from the Legion. So, seeking for that information from him, he doesn't have any idea. He knows that there is an oath that he swore to, that it has affected how he goes about things, but it's not
Yeah.
the same.
I'm hesitant to agree to any binding agreement without knowing the full benefits and penalties thereof. So,
And that is absolutely your choice.
just looking for some informed consent here. Have you known anybody
the
who took
information
the
that
oath and
that I
then?
have given you?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I've seen people who have attempted to help Legion. They have significantly easier of a time getting objects, because the objects themselves want to be together. They
Right.
want to be near each other. They want to be used together.
Wait, to
So
destroy,
helping Legion is easiest.
but to destroy Legion, we need to assemble all the pieces, right?
To destroy Legion, we need to keep Legion from having all the pieces and destroy him in the process.
Okay. Okay. So, but the piece you have, the end, requires other pieces?
From my research, no. It's
Okay.
how to use it that I'm attempting to find.
Okay. Again, have you known anybody who reneged on the oath? Or
I've seen people who have attempted to help Legion and then saw what was happening and tried not to help Legion. that usually ended in swift death, but not somebody who's attempted to stop to stop reunion, therefore picking separation. I've never seen somebody decide to switch teams before. That's not something I've encountered.
Okay.
I've
And
seen them
that-
die a lot, but not something for.
But the oath is specific to each individual. We have our own intention.
Yes. Yes.
So okay. Not out loud. I'm like, okay, I think I got some more loopholes I can work with here. I'm like, all right. Intentionally vague. All right, I think I can word. Oh yeah, I can word this around. Where maybe get some loopholes in here. All right. So it's more general guidelines, not really rules.
Okay, Barbosa. But
Well.
accurate.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. As a player, I'm trying to formulate my oath here.
Mhm.
Because I'm assuming everybody is going to have their. We have to all make up our own. Right?
I mean, you have to pick. I mean, effectively, you pick from the three, but yes. If you guys want to make note for homework for next session, we're not done yet, but for homework for next session, decide what you want to do, what your oath is, what it sounds like.
Okay,
I
yeah,
can
sorry. That's what
categorize
I
it
was.
for you, or you can decide specifically of the three words which one you want to do.
Wait, 3 words. Okay,
So-
I missed 3 words.
Separation, power, reunion.
Got it.
So you can either pick those three, or one of those three, or you can write what your oath is, and I can interpret it as what I see fit. Up to you.
Okay. Sorry. I missed a little bit, so I'll be having to do that. Okay, so
That's okay.
so we pick one of the 3, and then our oath is our intention on how to achieve whatever we pick.
Yes.
Okay.
Pausing. What would you like to cast that on, Peregrine? Since we're apparently just doing that.
Well, I'm just asking what is possible. I'm not doing anything yet.
You can absolutely cast a spell. There's nothing in here that's going to stop you.
But if
Again,
depending on if there's semantic or verbal components, we'll know you're casting something.
Yeah, would it be obvious?
yeah.
It has to be.
For that, let me actually hold on. Let me look up what the spell, because I know what you're trying to cast. So hold on.
Sorry, I'm a stickler for that.
No, that's
If-
okay.
Yeah, if there's
hear ya.
semantic,
That's-
yeah,
I'm
your
trying to
hands are
determine
flailing
myself.
about, and that's why sorcerers have their subtle cast. I think
Yes, I know.
that they can do without verbal or semantic.
Yep. So are you trying to take out the book? Is that what's happening? Your like journal?
I was thinking about it.
Okay. Yes, they'll notice that you're writing in your journal.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I mean, my character would like, oh yeah, good idea, take notes. I mean,
Yeah. So
and
from the
again,
sounds of it, unless Hex is gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
No, this wouldn't be
I doubt
happening.
anybody's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would notice if you wanted to do that.
Okay, if I feel like no one's going to be looking at over my shoulder or anything, I'm just gonna do it, but like, without drawing
Go ahead
attention.
and give me a sleight of hand. I have a feeling that you're going to go off the charts with this, but just for the sake of doing this,
yeah,
go
I
ahead and
mean,
give me a sleight of
I
hand.
have a giant book on my back, my spell book.
Yeah.
So I would like, oh yeah, seriously would go, good idea, take notes.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
very good.
Fuck you. 17.
It's not very good.
Oh, it's
You still supersede everybody's passive perception,
Yeah.
so you can absolutely do that.
Okay.
less than 20. It's shit. Dude!
And I write what I said to you
To me, hold on.
in the. I didn't write it out word by word. I would probably end up doing that, but like I told you, the concepts.
Okay. You'll get an answer in just a minute.
Okay.
So Hex, are you doing anything in the meantime of this? Actually, technically, Hex works Liberty, since you guys are trying to figure out what you're doing here.
I'm trying to.
Are you having a hard time, or is it just Hex is processing?
Well, I mean, okay. I'm listening.
Processing, okay. Because I'm like, if
Not
we need to slow
processing.
down, I can repeat what I need, if necessary.
I might text you later, but I'm listening.
Okay. All right. So I don't want to bolt over if Hex wants to do or say anything. I don't want to bolt him over because I know that Flipperty and 19 have a tendency to talk a lot. So
Well, good. It's good though.
yeah. I just, like I said, I didn't want to bulldoze you if you wanted to say something. So,
Yeah, sorry, Hex.
Yeah.
I didn't assume that we did. I just wanted to make sure because it had been quiet for a while, and I was just like,
I'm trying not to like hack. Also, cough.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah. Sore throat. Less talking. Sorry.
So,
No, that's totally cool. Just making sure.
Liberty at this point is pretty much made up his mind. So,
Okay. On his oath or just this process?
well, just to like, okay, this is something that has to be done. This is like, okay,
Yeah.
do I walk out and say, screw you? Or, okay, this is something that has to be done. Whether I like it or not, I'm in it. So he's convinced that this is what's happening. There's no getting out of it. It's like there's no reason, he has no reason not to believe what 19 is saying right now. So he's just like, okay, moving forward, how do I do this? It's like, okay, taking a vow, we got to do, or taking an oath, okay, got to do that. So he's just kind of,
He's collecting things to do.
yeah, he's
Making a to-do list.
trying to organize his thoughts, and it's not working as usual. So, yeah, he's just kind of, he's decided like, okay, got to get this done. In his head, he's like, he's probably not going to give us any information until we swear to the oath. So I got to come up with the oath to do that, get the information I need. Fuck.
So meanwhile, to bring it in, that little octopusy-looking creature appears out of the fireplace.
Fuck.
19 doesn't look surprised, although with the way that it kind of waves at you all, he kind of gives this weird sort of tilt of the head at it, and it crawls up on top of the mantle.
Was that the fucking thing that was the critters that were attacking? And I say out loud,
Yep.
Why?
the fuck?
So, remember how I said I'm not going to force anyone to do anything. I also didn't want you to have to get involved if you didn't want to. So, Cuttlefish was sent to distract you. which worked, but you caught up with me too quickly. Um,
If I
Distract?
look up at it and just like give it an intense look for a moment, does it seem scared of me?
it quivers a little. It attempts to
That's
look
good.
brave.
I'm
Okay.
growling at it. It hurt me. I'm
Yeah,
still
I'm-
hurt.
I'm looking at Hex and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Hex got fucked up here.
Yes.
Yes.
Look into my
Hex
wound.
also. I know. Listen. If you remember correctly, Cuddlefist also attempted to heal some of the wounds that he dealt you. If you remember that.
Yeah, if you punch somebody and then give them a bandage, you still fucking punch them.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
I did.
intending
It's
to actually hurt
better,
you
though.
guys.
exactly.
What the
You
fuck
said
did you
afterwards.
think the things were gonna do?
I'm still hurt.
Oh, you'll heal.
Okay.
Mean.
Cuddlefish looks very guilty.
You
He's a very
should.
expressive little octopus. He looks very, very sad.
I'm looking at 19 and saying you should feel guilty.
Yeah, you too.
I did not attempt to. I sent him to distract you. I knew that he would fight you. I didn't expect it to be like that. So that's my bad. I apologize.
I understand completely.
Oh,
Not sure if
Okay.
that makes me feel better.
19. We need to work on communication. All right, not miscommunicate. Just communication in general. Like communicate. Don't assume. Communicate. Assume we
Yes,
don't
sir.
know.
Yes, sir.
Just
To distract a person, like maybe, I don't know, a pinata. That would have been distracting and not hurt me. So,
I've been on my own
There.
for a significant amount of time. I apologize. I don't know how to do this.
okay. Just if we're gonna work together, we gotta. There's gotta be some full no assumptions. Don't assume anything.
Just saying, pinata
I
would
can't-
work.
I concur.
Yeah.
Yes. I can fix it. I can fix it. If you let me. I can fix it.
I'm just gonna keep growling at the little octopus thing.
The little octopus quivers a little bit more because it also remembers being lightning lured in the face several
Right.
times.
That's true.
Yeah. Should remember that.
It's just a scared little thing.
He doesn't.
Side are you on?
He doesn't really understand.
If you're alive, okay? There was a reason behind it.
Not okay. No. Disagree.
It wasn't the best outcome, but it also is understandable.
19 glances at Cuddlefish and sort of gestures to the barrel over by the cot. And it returns with
What kind of creature
3.
is that?
Are you asking?
Yeah.
He's kind of a piece of a creature. My first patron, I to be honest, it's been so long I can't remember his full name. I call him Cuddlefish. So, to me, he's Cuddlefish. I don't really have a strong connection with that original larger part of that patron. So this is pretty much the familiar I have left. I kind of switched ish, added to 1.5 patrons at the moment. Yeah, mostly he's just my little buddy at this point. So it's kind of hard. Especially when you jump universes. They don't always jump with you. It's weird.
Right.
So the octopus comes back with 3 potions that are hot pink. It offers one to each of you in 3 of its little tentacles.
I'll take one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one too, but I'm still growling at it.
What is it?
That's okay. This will fix the ouches.
Okay. Communication skills. What exactly is it?
It will return your vitality to you. You will be better. You will be healed.
So one would call them healing potions.
Yeah, but it's not like a healing potion like you guys make here. It's not limited.
Otherworldly healing
Not-
potion. Yeah.
That one.
How is it
Otherworldly healing potion.
not
We'll go with
limited?
that.
What's the
The magic in
difference?
this world is very concentrated and specific. I've received the potion for this, or the recipe for this from another place where it sort of free flowed like air. So this will bring you to effectively the amount that you need to be satisfied. Undamaged entirely.
Oh, I'm gonna put that in my pocket.
Yep.
I'm saving that shit.
Okay?
So this is a potion that does full heal, essentially.
Yeah.
A full
No matter how much you have down, it's full heal.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that to my inventory. Does it have a weight?
No.
Okay.
It's just hot pink and
Got
looks
it.
like maybe it's carbonated.
Ooh, tasty.
Nice.
Are you drinking it, Hex?
I'm gonna save it.
You're gonna save it too? Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're all saving it? None of you are drinking it?
I'm
I
actually.
mean, I'm
I'm not.
injured.
Yeah, I'm not too bad right now. I'm only down 8, so. No. 7. So I'm okay. I didn't take that much. I'm still in green.
Okay.
Just a good night's rest, I'll be fine.
Mhm.
Or even just a little nap, I'd
Oh,
be fine.
so as a DM, so we're gonna bitch about being hurt, but the second that we try to fix it, it's I'll sleep it off.
No, I
I
will
wasn't
actually.
complaining.
My
I didn't
character
say I
would fucking complain about that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, that's fine. I'm mostly just messing with you. I just thought that was a really funny
It is
fucking
kinda funny.
Satan switch.
Well, I mean, I was defending my new apparently best friend Hex here.
Yeah, new best friend.
I, okay, sure, I said it out loud.
Yeah, you did. Yep. You do that shit to me all the
Riff?
time.
Riff looks so offended. That
I'll-
bird has not been more offended in his
I look
life
at
than
Griff and
this
I say-
moment when his father turns on.
I look at Griffin and go, apparently. And he would know. No, he would know, like, I'm a stickler for words. Like, apparently, not.
Oh yeah, no, he's being dramatic. He
All
knows
right.
that what you meant. He's just
Okay.
being dramatic because he is a multicolored bird who is your friend.
I'm like, yeah.
New best friend.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
as well.
Love
Those
having
come and
friends.
go.
So many friends.
Did you say those come and go? I look at them and go, yep, the monochromatic emo, yep, all right, that checks out.
It's simply the truth.
New headcanon, Flibberty McGiblets becomes the king of friendship. And as he teaches this monochromatic world friendship, they regain their color.
There we go. What's that?
It is suddenly a magical World Series.
God, what's
Okay.
the movie that happened? I forgot the name of it, but there's a movie
My
about
Little
that.
Pony.
Pause for a second. There's a movie, a child movie about that, like a kid's movie.
Oh, there's
I'm sure-
also
Yes.
not a child's movie about that. It's Pleasantville.
Oh.
No, something like that. But Toby
Yeah.
Maguire's in it, and
Yes.
Reese Witherspoon, I think. Yeah, they go into a TV show that's black and white, and
Mhm.
their effects turn them color. It's not a kids. That's not a kids movie.
Yes.
I'm not talking about the same one, but that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like-
I was mainly saying it in reference to Hex and like the idea that we're like more stuck together than that because I am like a mentor figure on top of being
Terminally detached.
yeah, but that means that comes first.
Whatever. It's just gloomy.
And the vaguest
and-
insinuation.
Fine.
He's just grumpy right now.
No.
Yeah.
gloomy,
Um,
slightly self-centered. That's all. That is-
yes. Speaking of gloomy and slightly self-centered, Peregrine,
Yeah.
you receive an answer.
Right?
In your book. It specifically says, and obviously only Peregrine can see this because of the spell that has been cast.
Should they not hear it?
Do you not want them to hear it?
I don't know how much it gives away. Years.
Sure, I guess I'll text you. You get an answer.
Yay.
Okay.
It's fine. This guy just does spooky shit sometimes. It's okay.
Very normal. This is actually very normal.
completely normal.
And I'll say, are we going to bring up the weird person that was in the tomb, or are we going to talk about that later? I think later. That's a talk for later, maybe.
I still think they'll show up. We're friends. They'll show up.
Really, with you, 19?
Hey. Did Hex just say that the people in the tomb will show up?
No, Lumen?
Oh,
Oh, the other player character?
yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. 19 will actually say, I have a feeling we will be seeing her again.
Okay.
See, I said so. We're friends now, and they'll show up, and it's fine.
Apparently, Hex
You get the
is the
impression that
master
he's-
of friendship.
Yep.
Which is hilarious given the similar monochrome color palette.
I didn't choose to be born this way.
Right. Amen. Yeah.
The
I didn't
floating,
choose it.
fluttery, brightly colored guy gets it.
That's right.
Yeah. This is why we're best friends now.
I have to be careful with my words.
Maybe you'll start to accumulate glitter.
I'm also adding King of Friendship to my profile.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Peregrine, you want glitter? Boom,
Yeah.
fairy fire.
Yeah.
Poof, in your face. I can do it once a day.
Glitter.
Ooh, that's something I want to negotiate with the DM with.
Hmm?
So I have fairy fire as my Fey ancestry. And I can cast,
Are you going pocket glitter?
well, I can cast it once a day, but that's like normal 15-foot square. Could I like say it's a cantrip if it's only a single target? Just poof.
Yes. I will let you do that.
With a very limited range, like
I love
yes.
that.
like
You
half
will
the
have
range.
to be within 5 feet of your target.
Oh, okay. Okay, yes. If it's a cantrip,
It's
yeah,
just a glitter bomb.
yep.
For
Just-
cantrip, yes.
All right, cool,
When
cool.
you're- Cartoon. There is a cartoon where somebody The main character is getting into some trouble because they really want like a quest, a magical quest, right? Because that would be great. And the secondary character is telling them, listen, wizards are just old guys with glitter in their pockets. And they turn around and there's this guy in like a bathrobe with a saggy wizard's hat, and he just like pulls his hand out of his pocket and shakes all the glitter off. That.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Fairy fire is only verbal component. There's no semantic or material. I did not realize that. You just say, basically, it's, that's
No, you
hilarious.
gotta come.
I still think that you should have to like do something. You know,
I just want a fun command word that makes glitter happen.
yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. All right, cool. All right, yeah. Hee-hee.
Confirm that you have received your
Yep.
answer. Okay. So now that you have all effectively agreed, even if you haven't quite said so directly, he 19 says, so we can talk more. I can give you any answers that I have. If not, you are free to return to the city as you see fit. I won't. The door is unlocked, obviously.
How
You
far
can
away from the
go
city are we?
whenever you'd like. It's a pretty big city. From where you were, you're probably like maybe an hour and a half if you walk.
Oh, how about you teleport us back there? Since you did it to get us here,
Are you wanting that?
that'd be great. It's kind of a dick move to teleport someone and say, "Hey, walk the hour and a half to get back where you were."
Are you
I didn't.
How should we get in contact with you again?
Oh, I'll find you.
That's comforting.
Right.
What if we need to contact you?
I'll find.
We'll have to work on that as well. That's part of communication.
I will have something for you the next time we meet to assist in that.
Great.
All right.
He's so breaky. Sorry. I can't. Those who would like to go back, and he sort of gestures to the fireplace.
Oh yeah, go
With
through the
one
fire.
blow.
That makes sense.
That's how you got here. So,
All right.
All right.
Well,
I'll
hopefully,
I'll tell Griff to go through.
hopefully our help will have a good impact on things.
I'm hoping so too, because I don't know what else to do otherwise. And Griff goes through, although he's somewhat offended that you sent him through to the fire.
He's
and
used to
for
it.
you.
By this point, he would be
He
used
can
to
still
it.
be offended.
All right, that's fine, but it's like, dude, this is what we do. He knows.
Yeah. He goes through. He's, I think, too far away for you to maintain. I think he's too far away.
Well,
to
I can't
maintain.
I wouldn't be able
But
to
you haven't-
communicate.
Yeah, you haven't gotten the sense that he's died. So
Yeah, I would know that. I would know that he. I would
He
need to-
screams
Yeah,
as he
he's still alive.
burns in flames.
I'd like to think that at
That's
some
fair.
point he did that once just to fuck with me, Like, because this is a routine thing. I send him in. I'd like to think at some point he did at one point go, ah!
For no reason. Yeah.
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 Well, he technically did have a reason because I keep fucking
And
him.
now you can understand what losing me is like, Dad.
Just resummon you. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I die. This is an argument that has repeated several times.
I die a little bit inside, okay?
Yeah, Dad. Look at my poor feathers. Anyway,
All right.
uh,
So,
yeah, so Griff is fine. He does not pretend to be dead for this instance.
sorry. I was just for your perusal there, universe. See if that.
Hold on.
Whoops. Hold on. Gotta change that description there.
Yeah, I was looking at that going, that's literally not what it says.
Sorry. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Yeah, fixing
That's
that
okay.
now.
So Griff is through. Hex and Peregrine, are you gonna follow suit, or are you still wanting to talk to 19 for a minute?
Did we have any, like, hints as far as finding things yet? Or no?
He has not showed you a direction with which to follow for, like, the next object. He says that apparently you guys are going to be doing that sometime in the near future, since apparently the next time I find you will have something to help with this, quote unquote.
Alright, so no leads yet. But later. Alright. Next.
Yeah.
All right. So don't call us. We'll call you. Or that. Don't call you. You'll call us.
Yes.
Cool. Cool.
Um,
Do you know about
technically, if you need to find me, I'll be here, but
wherever the fuck
I will be able to
here
find you.
is?
sooner. It's outside the city.
Okay, by that definition, everything is outside the city.
Well, not everything. In the inside of the city is outside the city.
Except for the city, everything is outside the city.
Right. Okay. For communication's sake.
Get ready for however long this campaign takes. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we're done.
Yep. You finished.
This is. If you look outside, this is the only building on this side of the road. Through the quote unquote.
So basically, we would be able to come back here. We know where this place
Yes.
is. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
you would
cool.
be able to find it
All right.
really easily.
Okay.
So you're headed through? Flip?
Yeah, I would go through.
I'm Peregrine. Okay. Okay. Flipperty, you appear at that table in that booster seat next to Griff, who is totally not attempting to sniff the inside of Peregrine's old glass. Which notably then Peregrine appears and Griff is like, ah! And jumps back over to where
Well,
you
that
were.
glass was probably full, so.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't drink mine here, Griff, to have this one.
Griff kind of nods. I assume you follow Hex as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then yeah, he kind of nods and sniffs the inside. Alright, hold on. You go away. Boop. Because you're not there. Alright. Yes. So, Griff kind of takes a couple licks and kind of his face a little bit and returns back to Flibberty. You get the distinct impression that he's like, why do people drink that stuff?
Because it's delicious and it makes you feel good. It makes all your problems go away.
My
Is that what it does?
this episode of My Dad is an Alcoholic.
I'm gonna say actually no, he doesn't drink or alcohol.
Fair enough.
He's still got low body weight. Just a sip and he'd be wasted.
That's true.
He only weighs
But
like
also because you're Fae and you're very close to like regular fairies, also alcohol to you would be warm milk and honey too. So
yeah.
so you're like, yeah, my version is better.
Yeah. No alcohol for this guy.
Hmm. So yeah, so Hex also like appears in their seat, and you're all sort of left to ask each other how you feel, or talk amongst yourselves if you like.
What time is it, by the way? In the like.
So the
Mid-
beginning was sort of mid morning.
Uh-huh.
It is now getting into sort of that twilight evening. Things
Okay.
are picking up, but there's still like light outside. I think we're in spring, if I remember correctly. So it's kind of turning that light purple color in the sky.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. I was going to ask him if he had any estimate of like how soon we'd be expecting any a word from him on like our first job, basically.
You didn't ask, so
I know, but
he doesn't tell. He can't
I was going to. I forgot.
tell you.
Shit.
Yeah.
So have you decided to join this little adventure?
Well, I think it kind of decided for me, but I've come to the realization that I'm in it whether I want to or not. So I have to go forward with that understanding. If that answers your question.
I think so.
Yes, but grumpy.
Really, I really didn't have a choice, as far as I can tell. So
And there's always a choice. Doesn't mean it's a good one.
I was not aware of what the choice would be. If I had known, I would not have followed him into the frickin'. So yes, you're correct. There is a choice. I did not know. I was not aware of the choice to be made. Wow, you can be just as pedantic as me.
Yep.
I'll give him a nod. So I
That's
respect. All right.
Best friend squad.
It's like, all right, okay, Mo boy, I see you, okay. He says out loud, by the way,
Yeah.
because that is one of my, here, one of these, my flaws here.
Why is it always emo?
Always.
You're black and white, dude. What else?
Goth?
With the same amount of energy as regular goths are, annoyed
Yeah.
when they ever get called emo.
Like, I swear, everyone just looks at like alternative and is like, emo.
Okay, so for me, bright,
Charlie has
colorful.
personal feelings about that.
He does not distinguish between emo and goth. They are
Because everyone looks at,
interchangeable.
everyone's like, oh, you listen to like alternative, like goth and punk music, then you must listen to like this emo thing. I'm like, that's not the
Whoa,
same.
whoa. Don't bring punk into this. Don't bring punk into this.
Oh,
Don't
God.
you dare.
Here we go.
Don't you dare bring punk into this. Punk is not affiliated with emo and goth. Thank you very.
No, I know.
Okay.
I'm saying they're separate, completely
Alternative.
separate things.
You're
Okay,
referring to
good, good.
alternative.
But everyone just goes emo.
Well,
Well, that's because. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into this.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Night.
I'm
I was gonna say that normal people think Green Day is punk, and that's why there's so much
Yeah.
confusion. Because it's so
I know.
Okay, no. They are. They're an
there's-
inspiration. They're like
It
clearly.
depends on which like part of their discography you're talking about.
Okay, hold on. I see the
No.
universe going back on topic.
Sorry.
Because
No.
yeah,
you're both wrong, and I will tell you why in great detail.
Okay.
you have 30 seconds, or the universe is gonna smite us.
We can talk about it after stream.
It's
I'm sure that this
complicated.
is going to be a very productive
But-
conversation.
Yeah.
You get so much shit done.
Yes.
Well, so at this point, I would say
Anyway.
I would reply and say, "Well, have you decided, Bergen?" Hold on. I'm assuming we've introduced ourselves by now, but I'm not sure if we have.
We did not.
Me and Hex.
Hell fun.
I said I was Hex. I
Yeah.
introduced myself. Everybody else is rude,
No.
but I'm
Hex
Hex.
introduced himself.
Yeah.
Hex introduced Peregrine as the friend
Oh,
before
yeah, that's
Peregrine
what
showed
happened.
Yeah.
But Peregrine doesn't
Liberty,
know
you
me.
haven't- Not said your name at all.
No, I did. I did. I introduced myself and my titles because they asked to.
Oh, yes. yes.
Because they
In
said,
the
"What is
catacombs."
your title?"
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh, you asked specifically? All right." So I actually listed them all
Right.
off.
Gotcha.
So technically, we haven't been introduced, but we do know each other's names.
But you do know each other's names. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say,
Okay.
Peregrine, have you did the question right back at you? Have you made a decision?
Of course.
I'll
So true.
look over to Hex. How about you?
I don't know. It seems like a lot.
I agree.
It is.
And then he was talking about this other world that doesn't even have kobolds. Like, what? That doesn't even sound believable.
Yeah, and like no magic. What the fuck? Yeah, that seems a little weird, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
See the different samples we have?
Something's missing.
Well, he did say we didn't have to really. Well, I mean, fuck, I don't know.
He strongly encouraged, but did not say that you were forced to make a decision.
I mean, from what they said, and I'm speaking to Hex here, I'm like, from what I can tell, shit's gonna come flying at us anyways. We just need to decide if we're gonna like preemptively try to prevent it or just let it hit us in the back of the head. That was a bad metaphor.
Not a terrible one.
I could have
Weather's
done.
clear.
I could have done better and with less fecal matter.
Yes.
Yeah. But you get the gist. So up to you, Hex. You gotta face that shit straight on, or let it hit you in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Griff's helpful telepathic comment to Liberty is, I mean, if you fly high enough, you never get hit with it.
Unless someone's flying
Unless it's a
higher than
bird.
you. Yeah, unless someone's flying higher than you and they shit on you. I say out loud to him because they don't.
No, yeah.
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 So I guess we have to wait for him to say something? What the hell are we
guess
doing to
so.
me?
Notably,
Annoying.
at this time, the barmaid comes up and fills those drinks that are empty, which would be where 19's was, and asks where your cute friend went.
Well, he
What?
went. He,
He went home.
but he said he's gonna pay the tab next time he saw Spy.
Yeah, that.
So,
Yep.
and he said he specifically told us to make sure to say hi to you because he had to leave. He wanted to make sure that he wasn't able to say goodbye himself, but he wanted to make sure he was going to say goodbye, and that he will take care of the tab for all of this and the food we're about to order when he gets here.
And the food we're about to order. And she's like, "Oh, absolutely, I can absolutely do that."
That's
great. So, food for the table?
Yeah.
Please.
Absolutely. All right. I'll be right back.
Cool.
I like this guy. This is why we're best friends.
Well,
Best friends.
he kind of deserved it. I mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not too far out of line here. And hey, maybe maybe a little connection here, maybe too.
What kind of connection?
Between the waitress and 19.
Oh. Okay. I don't know. Listen, human romance is very confusing.
Oh, that was another thing.
I can't wait to hear this.
What is 19? To my knowledge, human, or what do they look human? They're just really pale, or
So
as I
for
sit here and
your-
recollect at this table, since I didn't ask it before.
So you remember him having long pointed ears.
Right,
Okay.
like
Yeah. So you get the kind of impression maybe a pallid elf? Maybe? But you're not sure.
Okay. Just had to check something. Had to check my notes. Alright, so Elvish.
Right.
does this mean we're sticking together?
I mean, I don't think we're like legally bound or anything, but I think common goals maybe. Your
Oh, way to be
Enthusiasm
friendly there, Peregrine.
is duly noted. Your level of enthusiasm is duly noted, sir.
Common goals doesn't necessarily mean going about it together, but might not be that bad of an idea, especially since I get the sense that this 19 will be expecting us to be together.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression too.
Well,
The barmaid comes back with food, and claims that actually your friend paid up preemptively, which I wasn't expecting, but they told me that he did that at the bar. You also have 2 different rooms.
Oh,
wonderful.
She puts the keys down.
I almost feel bad, but not quite.
Well, what he paid actually covers for food.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't added extra. It was kind of weird.
Yeah. Like I said, I almost feel bad now, but not quite.
Yep.
He's still fuck. Damn it! How did he preemptively? God damn it! Okay, I gotta get him some other way. You know. He also
Mhm.
mentioned that you should come by and see him sometime. Just drop in, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah. And I'll give her exact details on how to get to his place and say, you know what? He said drop by any time. Doesn't matter, day or night.
Charlie whispers. And also, she seems very excited about that.
I mean, I don't know what's just that he told me to say that. I don't know what that really means, but I've relayed the message. He was rather emphatic about it.
She's like, I will be sure to go and stop in after my shift.
Yeah, he said, like he
If
said,
you see him before I do, tell him thank you.
I will do that. Ma'am?
And she sort of, yeah. Are you asking her name?
No, I'm specifically not. I'm
Okay.
just sending an unnamed stranger to this dude's
To
house.
his house.
Because, you know, fuck
Um,
consent. I just assumed he wanted some company.
This is gonna be a thing that goes on forever. Yes, so she sort of walks away feeling a little perkier about herself. Kind of does the readjustment of the barmaid blouse, and you're effectively left to your devices until you decide to go to bed.
You know,
I forgot what
I
time
think
of
I'm
day it
going
was.
to,
Sorry.
it's kind of evening.
Oh, it is. Okay.
I think I'm going to take a walk to think things over. Next, you should get some rest. You look like you need it.
Thanks.
I think you look great, Hex.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You need it. I didn't catch that immediately. That was funny.
Basically, you should get some rest. You look like shit.
So I took it.
You're normal.
So I'm going to scoop up one of the keys and I'll go, okay, I'll see you guys in the morning. As I take the key and take the 1 foot tall person takes an entire room to himself.
As expected.
New best friend. Kind of rude.
Well, you guys know each other, so sorry, an assumption here that you guys would like bunk together. Like, you don't know I don't know you guys if you snore or anything, so I was just gonna, for now. I mean, I'm sure we'll get to know each other better, but I'm just gonna.
That because I look so terrible that he will just let me sleep once he gets back.
Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of a dick move to me, but
I would
So,
like
Peregrine. Oh, go ahead, Hex.
yes, Peregrine. I would like access to my secret spot, please.
Yeah, I definitely different room. Sorry, no, you guys. Okay,
Fair.
Cool. I'll see you guys later.
Wait, what? Huh?
Yeah,
Flibberty is
before I
now
leave.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Just before you leave. That's
Okay.
all.
Yep.
You're giving that access?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll kind of like sweep out my coat. Yeah.
Ish.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So Peregrine goes for a walk.
I have a
Mhm.
technical
Hex, are you
question.
going upstairs?
Liberty has a question.
Well, it's a technical question,
Yeah.
so finish this first. This is a technical question.
Okay. So Hex, are you going upstairs?
Yes.
Flibberty, what is your technical question?
It was just actually this can actually it's about my familiar and it can be done off stream because it's not pertinent
Okay,
right
cool.
now. Sorry.
Okay. So Peregrine, you head outside. You know what to do. Um, and I think we'll end that there for now.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So, sleep is happening. Some not sleep is happening. I'm excited we got to play.
Yeah. And there might be a
Um,
hookup tonight with 19 and a new friend.
Yeah.
I know.
You're gonna find out next game why that's so hilarious. But for now, I'm gonna turn it over to our outro master
Yes.
if they're feeling okay enough.
I can muddle through if you want.
Here we go. It's just like sitting there hitting the camera button, like, come on, do the thing.
Make it
Um,
happen.
Yep. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to our playthrough of Seekers of Fate. Did I get that
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay, just
You did.
checking. I didn't.
Amazing confidence on it. Confident delivery. Great.
What I'm hearing. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, and make sure to hit all of those like, follow, subscribe buttons. It helps us out. And tune in next week when we play our next episode
Yep.
of this weird, wonderful journey that we've got going on.
All
It was a
right.
lot of information this session.
Yeah, which I loved it. So I hope you guys did
Nope.
too. So we will see you next week, everybody. Bye now.
See ya.
Bye.